Okay, let's get right to it. It's about 3:30 on Sunday. And of course, we are talking about the winter storm that's going to be hitting much of southern Minnesota now and probably the northern two-thirds of Wisconsin. Tuesday afternoon and especially Tuesday evening and into Wednesday morning. So again, the timing of this, and we'll try to fine tune this timing a little bit more as we go through the next day or two, but the timing is going to be from about 3 p.m. on Tuesday until about 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Okay, here's the National Weather Service. They've finally gotten on board now, and they have posted a winter storm watch now for all of our region, basically, from St. Cloud to Rochester to Eau Claire, back to Mankato. So this isn't a surprise. We've known that this has been coming now for a couple of days. But again, the National Weather Service finally on board here, which is a good thing. And it looks like the axis, or they're expecting the axis of heaviest snow now to be right in the middle of this watch area, which would be from about Mankato to the southern Twin Cities metro, and then continuing northeast to the Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and Cumberland, Wisconsin areas of northwestern Wisconsin, kind of what we've been expecting. So that's right on par, and this may need to shift 30 or 50 miles either way, north or south. But I think this is going to be the general area that gets the winter storm conditions as we go through time here. Okay, here's the Jetstream Structure from the GFS computer model guidance. This is for Tuesday night. And of course, we're talking about strong lift in the atmosphere. Here's that jet streak over Illinois and Missouri. That's where a dry slot's going to come up on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. That would be a dry slot into southern Wisconsin, and then on the northwest or left front quad of that jet streak or of that dry slot is where heavy snow likes to develop. So that would be northern Iowa, southern two-thirds of Minnesota, or at least the southern half of Minnesota, and then much of northern and western Wisconsin. Again, the jet dynamics are fantastic for the storm system, hence the reason why confidence is pretty high in a winter storm. The European computer model guidance now, of course, the previous jet stream that we saw was from the GFS computer model guidance, or the American model. This is the European model guidance for same time period. This is now Tuesday night, right around midnight or Wednesday morning. And here's that jet streak coming up into Illinois and poking into southern Wisconsin. And again, on the northwestern flank or the left front quad of that jet streak is where intense lift usually happens in the middle and upper layers of our atmosphere, and that would place northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and much of northern Wisconsin in the zone for heavy snow. Reason why I'm showing you all this, or at least the jet stream winds from these guidances, is because we have a consensus, which means that model guidance agrees that this is going to be the bullseye area, and that puts our region right in the thick of things for significant snow. In fact, the European model guidance, and we're going to show you how much snow the Euro is predicting for our region. We'll zoom in. You can see as we look at the United States level, we're expecting the yellow areas is 6+ inches of snow. So that would put most, if not all of our region in that 5-6 inches plus worth of snow. And we'll zoom in for you here, one moment. And the Euro guidance is showing between now and noon Wednesday about 6.5 inches of snow at MSP International, maybe just a touch less in the Eau Claire area, but in general, Red Wing, Eau Claire, Minneapolis, St. Paul, even St. Cloud, all these areas, Rochester, all these areas getting somewhere in that 4 to 8 inch snowfall. At least that's what the Euro's saying between now and Wednesday afternoon. And then we get a break. We get a nice little break for Thanksgiving before the next storm system moves in. All right, this is the NAM computer model guidance. And one of the things that I wanted to show you with the NAM guidance, one moment, is the storm system hasn't come on shore yet. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go in time here, this is going to be Tuesday night, okay? And here you can see from the 500 millibar vorticity advections, what we call this, all these blues and purples and magenta colors. This is what we call energy in the atmosphere, in the middle layers of our atmosphere. Okay, this is where that energy is located on Tuesday night, right over Iowa and southern Minnesota. But look where it is. We're going to back up in time now and just follow this piece of energy, how it's off the west coast right now. And if we look at this evening's model run, that energy isn't even on the west coast yet. It is not until Monday morning, so tomorrow morning, when you see that energy for our winter storm coming onto the west coast, and then of course it moves eastward and digs into the plain states. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because the game is not over yet. This storm system is likely going to change a little bit in the path, or at least the expected path. And all of that is because this energy hasn't come ashore yet. We always talk about this, but it's the truth. Once this storm system comes ashore tomorrow morning, we'll get a better idea of what this storm system is going to do, because it gets into a much more rich data network on land rather than over the sea. So again, this storm hasn't come on shore yet. It comes on shore as we get into tomorrow morning, and that's why I'm going to be excited to see those model guidances for tomorrow morning. Another thing that we're going to need to deal with are the temperatures in the lower layers of our atmosphere. Now this is for tomorrow, and here's the 32 degree or 0 degree Celsius line here. It's over southern Minnesota near the I-90 corridor tomorrow. Okay, that 0 degree Celsius 32 Fahrenheit line almost becomes steady or stays steady as we get into Tuesday. And you can clearly see that the NAM computer model guidance has that rain snow line now over northern Iowa and then into extreme southeastern Minnesota and then into central Wisconsin. So, there is a bit of a concern that this rain snow line may move a little bit further northwest. I don't think it's going to make the Twin Cities metro, but areas such as Rochester, maybe even Eau Claire, there may be a mix in with the snow as we go through Tuesday night and overnight Tuesday, so that would cut down snow totals in those areas. But I think in general that freezing line in the lower layers of our atmosphere is going to stay south and east, certainly of the Twin Cities metro, and most, if not all, of our region. But it's going to be a close call, and something we need to watch, especially over the next 24 hours as that storm comes ashore, to see if it starts pushing that storm track and that rain snow line further north and west, which would of course really mess up our expected snow totals. Okay, here are the expected snow totals, and this was sent to you earlier today, but as of right now, and this has been pretty consistent now over the last 24 to 48 hours on the expectations for snow. I'm thinking a solid 4 to 8 inches of snow across our region, with the heaviest snow and the access of heaviest snow I do believe is going to be from right about Mankato into the southern Twin Cities metro on northeast to near Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Okay, that would be the axis of heaviest snow. Will not be surprised if that band shifts a little bit further north and west so that all of the Twin Cities metro gets in the heaviest band of snow. We will have to see again on this storm track, because some of the guidance, even the latest 1 p.m. guidance now, has been showing this storm track shifting just a touch further north and west. So we will keep an eye on that for you. But right now, I don't think there's any doubt. This is almost a slam dunk. Almost a slam dunk. But we'll be able to verify a little bit better expectations tomorrow again. But still, I think 4 to 8 inches is a pretty good bet across much of the region. All right, well, let's real quickly touch bases on what we're expecting to happen. Of course, you see my confidence is very high for snow later Tuesday and Wednesday. This is the trigger graph, of course, that was sent to you earlier. So very confident in significant snowfall later Tuesday and early Wednesday. I think we do get a break for the most part on Thursday. But look at how I've got this purplish pink bar. That's the ice bar. Yeah, I'm really concerned that as we go into Friday and Saturday and Sunday, that we're going to be dealing more with periods of ice as another major winter storm wraps up over the central and northern portion of the country. We're going to be right on that rain, snow, ice line, I think, throughout that period from Friday through Sunday, which is going to be a tricky forecast. But I am even a little bit more concerned for ice than almost I am of snow during the period. I do think we're going to get a few inches of snow through the day Friday. And then we get a little bit of a lull Saturday as it actually warms up. You can see I'm expecting temperatures well into the 30s on Saturday, and then maybe some wraparound snow on Sunday. That's still a long ways out. We'll fine-tune things for you guys as we go through time, but a real busy holiday week here, and you can see not only is it going to be busy for you and your families, but it's going to be busy in the weather department, and I will do my best to try to fine-tune this for you as we get into the early parts of this coming week. So Monday and Tuesday of this week, we'll get a better handle on things for you. All right, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for joining me. Have a great Sunday night. Bye-bye.